Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, police open investigation into burial shooting. The police have launched a probe into an incident where a 23-year-old man from Kittentown disrupted a burial, desecrated a corpse, and was shot dead by a licensed firearm holder on Monday. The man, who is believed to be mentally challenged, reportedly pulled the body from the casket during a burial at the Dovecot Memorial Park and hurled bottles and stones at the mourners before he was reportedly shot by the licensed firearm holder. The matter is being investigated. I have no comment on the investigation at this time, Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, head of the St. Catherine North Police Division, told the news. The man has since been identified as Isaac Foster from Penny Peace District in Kittentown, St. Catherine. Reports are that a burial of a female was in progress at Dovecot Memorial Park when it is alleged that Foster used a piece of concrete block to hit one of the mourners on the head and threw the body from the casket and began to desecrate the body. Foster also began throwing stones at the gathering of mourners, which included licensed firearm holders. Foster allegedly continued to advance towards the mourners, and the two licensed firearm holders with stones and in fear of their lives discharged their weapons in his direction, hitting him. A licensed firearm holder who was injured during the fracas was treated at the Spanish Town Hospital and released. The Guanaboaville police are investigating. One of 4 alleged gunmen in Spalding standoff escapes custody. A police source has confirmed that one of 4 alleged gunmen who surrendered to cops following a 10-hours-long standoff in Spalding, Clarendon on December 8 escaped custody at hospital Tuesday morning. The accused, who escaped a police guard at the Kingston Public Hospital, is 29-year-old Chevon Carnegie, a resident of Dykes Hill, Sanguinetti, Clarendon. His 3 co-accused were remanded when they appeared in the gun court on December 19. The men were charged with possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, shooting with intent, wounding with intent, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony. The men are set to reappear in court on February 27. Other than Carnegie, the remaining 3 men charged are 26-year-old Andre Shimiu, otherwise called 3D or Brown Man, a resident of Duke Street, Tollgate, Clarendon; 28-year-old Tony Kelly, otherwise called Scooby or Poochie, a resident of Main Street, Tollgate, Clarendon; and 28-year-old Romaine Dockery, otherwise called Fungo, a resident of Main Street, Tollgate, Clarendon. A senior police source said 2 of the gunmen, who went live on social media platform TikTok, pleading with the police as they surrendered, sustained gunshot wounds to their hands. Police said 4 firearms, including an AK-47, were seized following the incident. The standoff drew a crowd of onlookers to Spalding Square. Men allegedly held with goat carcasses at illegal slaughterhouse in Central Village remanded. 7 men who were allegedly held with several goat carcasses at an illegal slaughterhouse in Big Lane, Central Village, St. Catherine, were remanded when they appeared in court today. Charged with larceny and the breaches of the Public Health Act are Kemar Isaacs, Omar Thompson, Taveen Bolton, Neville Higgins, Sean Samuels, Andre Henry, and Davian McCrae. The men are of Kingston and St. Catherine addresses. The case will again be mentioned on Friday, January 3, 2025. The judge ordered that the men submit their fingerprints to allow the court to ascertain if they have any criminal record. Allegations are that on December 20, police personnel conducted a cross-border intelligence-driven predial larceny operation near a dump site in the community. The men were held on the site and taken into custody on suspicion of larceny. They were formally charged after being questioned in the presence of their legal representative. Trelawney Municipal Corporation ordered to clear garbage pileup at the Falmouth Market. The Falmouth Market in Trelawney could be facing closure over sanitation issues amid weeks of uncollected garbage, which has given rise to public health concerns. The Trelawney Public Health Department issued a notice on the municipal corporation on December 16 to clear the pileup of garbage within 3 weeks. A visit to the market by the news on Monday, more than 2 weeks after the notice was issued, revealed that the mountain of garbage remains untouched and continues to mount. Citing rat infestation and other issues, vendors and other stakeholders have called for the situation to be addressed. The garbage is a breeding ground for rats. I have to do a cleanup of rat droppings each day before I start selling. This is an unhealthy situation, a butcher at the market who asked not to be named told the news. Food vendor Venice also bemoaned the state of the market. I lose several pounds of pumpkin when rats bite them and nobody to pay us for it. The market needs a proper management, she complained. Efforts to get a comment from Falmouth Mayor Colin Gager, as well as the head of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, Audley Gordon, were unsuccessful. NHD urges contributors not to fall for refund scams. The National Housing Trust is reminding contributors to ensure they use secure, official NHD platforms only when applying for their contribution refunds. Persons are being warned to avoid third-party websites or unofficial channels. The NHD will commence accepting applications for a refund of contributions made in 2017 on January 1. The agency notes that at the start of a new refund period, there is an increase in fictitious communication purporting to be from the NHD. It is therefore urging contributors to ignore unsolicited emails. The NHD only sends a communication regarding successful refunds or requests for customer contact if there is a problem with the application submitted. Ignore unsolicited emails claiming to be from the NHD. Verify email addresses. Official NHD communication will only come from verified NHD email addresses. Verify the sender's email address before responding. Avoid clicking suspicious links. Do not click on any links in emails that seem suspicious or ask for personal information. Official communication will guide you to the secure NHD platforms. For assistance or to report suspicious activity, individuals are encouraged to contact the NHD directly through any of its official channels. The NHD's official channels are the NHD website www.nhd.gov.jm, the NHD mobile app available for download in the Google Play Store or App Store, the NHD online platform online.nhd.gov.jm. Indicom probing fatal police shooting of man in Ambrook Lane. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing the fatal shooting of a man by the police during an alleged confrontation in Ambrook Lane, St. Andrew. The deceased has been identified as 30-year-old driver Romario Hunter, otherwise called the Chicken, who lived in the community. Reports are that about 5:50 a.m. on Monday, the police went to Ambrook Lane. When upon entering the premises, the team was allegedly challenged by Hunter. The police took evasive action, during which Hunter was shot. He was reportedly found clutching a Glock pistol affixed with a magazine containing 4 rounds of 9mm cartridges. He was assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Licensed firearm holders and vehicle owners urged to take precaution. As Jamaicans prepare to welcome the new year at parties and other events, the Jamaica Constabulary Force is urging licensed firearm holders and vehicle owners to take extra precaution to safeguard their property. Addressing a recent GIS think tank, head of the Constabulary Communications Network, Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay said persons are advised not to leave firearms or valuable items in motor vehicles. If a firearm is stolen, what you have done is to let a weapon fall into the hands of criminals who are going to use the weapon against innocent persons, she pointed out. A lot of these events are no-weapon events. We understand that people don't want to be driving around without your weapon, but it's a decision firearm holders must make. If you can't find a way to properly secure the weapon, then you have to leave it at home in your safe, she noted further. SSP Lindsay also cautioned against leaving important documents such as passports, visas, land titles, or other valuables in vehicles. If your vehicle is broken into or stolen, these items are much harder to retrieve and can lead to greater challenges for the victim, she indicated. SSP Lindsay assured that the JCF is prepared to respond to any reports of criminals using technologies such as key reprogramming gadgets to steal vehicles. Superintendent Lloyd Darby of the Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch noted that Toyota Axio, Probox, Fielders, and some Honda models are frequently targeted by criminals. We encourage owners to install anti-theft devices such as kill switches and the tracking systems to protect their vehicles, he urged. Motorists are also advised to park in designated secure areas provided by event organizers rather than on the roadside or in isolated spots. We've seen cases where individuals return from events only to find their vehicles missing. Vigilance is critical, Superintendent Darby said. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.